welcome back to the channel. We've done lots of completing the square so far, but now what we're going to do is once we've completed the square, we're going to go and solve the equation and find out what our values of x actually are. So looking at the first one, let's just go and complete the square as we've done so far. So we'll have x plus, and we half this coefficient, put a squared on it, take away whatever number you have in here, and then put that minus 3 just on the end over there. So then we'll have x plus 3 squared minus 9 and then minus 3, which gives us 0 on the other side, and we neaten up one more time. And so we end up there. So that's what we've covered so far. We've got to this point here where we've completed the square. But now what we've got to do is go and solve it to actually find some x values. So how do we do that? You want to start by taking your minus 12 over to the other side. So we'll have x plus 3 all squared equals 12. Next thing we could do is square root. So we'll have x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus square root of 12. I think square root of 12 actually simplifies. If you hit that into your calculator real quickly, I think that should be, I think 2 root 3. So let's actually write it as 2 root 3 instead. So 2 square root 3. Let's do that. And then finally what we'll do is just take the 3 over as well. So we'll have x is equal to minus 3 plus or minus 2 root 3. So there we go. So our first answer here, we'll have x is equal to minus 3 plus 2 square root 3. And our second answer will be minus 3 minus 2 square root 3. And so what does this actually give us? Well, if we were to draw this graph, so if we drew the graph of y equals x squared plus 6x minus 3, then what we'd be looking at is something maybe like this. And this value here would be minus 3 plus 2 root 3. And this one here would be minus 3 minus 2 root 3. So those are our answers for x, or we can say those are our roots as well. So that's what they tell us. So now let's go and try it for this one over here. So we've got a coefficient of 2 this time in front of the x squared, so we have to do something slightly different. If you remember, we start by factorizing out the 2 first. Then you have x squared plus 3x and minus 5 on the end. Next thing, we go and complete the square inside there as per normal. So you'll have x plus 3 over 2 all squared minus 3 over 2 all squared. Take away 5 is 0. Next, we'll simplify that down a bit. So x plus 3 over 2 squared minus 9 over 4 minus 5 is 0. And the last thing, now expand through with that 2. So we'll have 2 and then x plus 3 over 2 squared minus 9 over 2 minus 5 equals 0. And we could just collect that together real quickly. So this is what, minus 9 over 2 minus another 5 minus 19 over 2. So there we go, that's what we've ended up with there. So again, we've completed the square at this point, but now we're going to go and solve it to get some x values. So we'll start by taking that 19 over 2 across to the other side. So we'll have 2 lots of x plus 3 over 2 squared is equal to 19 over 2. Next thing, we want to divide by 2. So we'll have x plus 3 over 2 all squared is equal to 19 over 4. Then we can square root. So we'll have x plus 3 over 2 equals plus or minus square root of 19 over 4. And then the last thing is minus the 3 over 2 over as well. So we'll have x is equal to minus 3 over 2 plus or minus the square root of 19 over 4. And there you go, there's your 2 answers there as well. So the first one is minus 3 over 2 plus 19 over 4, and the other one is minus 3 over 2 minus 19 over 4. And so there you go. What you could do again, if you wanted to, maybe go and sketch this out, draw this graph, use Desmos or something like that, and then what you'll notice is the 2 places where it crosses the x-axis are given by this over here. So there we go. That's how you solve an equation after you've completed the square.